What is up, y'all? Welcome to another Saturday Night Live with your host, Dozer Adams. It took about 15 minutes to get him to lay there. What are you doing, Dozer? You're on, buddy. Is your mic working? What is up, guys? What is up? Yep, Dank brings up a good point. Dank voted on tonight's poll, which I just sent him a text and told him not to even look at the poll tonight. I wanted him to wait until the next live stream to where he didn't see the poll tonight, but he evidently figured it out and he said that he has voted. Sarcastically, I'm sure Dank probably answered yes, but tonight's poll is just a joke. Of course, you guys know that me and Dank are pretty good buddies, and I put up a really funny poll tonight, and I want you guys to vote. It'd be kind of interesting to see what everyone thinks. What a long day. Yesterday I had the day off. I finished this tank right here, and that's why I've got it covered. It didn't really show all that much, so maybe next live stream I won't have it covered, because there was just like maybe one little plant sprigging up there. I don't know. My body pretty much covers it, but if I was to turn and show Dozer or something like that is what I was thinking. So I've got it covered for now. I don't know how that's gonna go, but had fun doing that yesterday because that's my shell dweller tank. Thursday I got my shrimp in. I did put that up on my Patreon. I put a picture of that up on my Patreon for you guys that are patrons. So that's coming down the pipe. Last night during Corey from Aquarium Co-op's 2-hour live stream, which was pretty cool, I bagged like 16, I think I had either 15 or 16 bags of fish, plecos, shrimp that I took off this morning, which last night I didn't get to bed till 1 o'clock in the morning. Woke up like a rocket ship at like 3:30 this morning and directly just started getting up, getting ready, got breakfast, went to the store, yada yada yada, left the house, and went on my hour and 45-minute trek over to Hiawatha, Iowa, which is up by Cedar Rapids, for a fish auction, the first time I've ever been. I loved it. They didn't have a whole lot that I was really interested in. They had some plants there that I was interested in. I really should have bought those killifish off of John Bedker. I really should have done that because they were really nice. But nothing I was really interested in. My fish and shrimp and plecos went a little bit above what I would get out of an LFS. So I don't know how often I'm going to be selling stuff at auctions. It's a lot of work. It was a lot of work. I had to make mine all like I was shipping them. So I had to double bag them. I had to pack them. You know, I mean, I also cleaned mine out. I went through that whole process and flushing the water and getting fresh water and yada yada yada, just like I was shipping them. And I've never prepared 15 or 16 bags at one time for shipping. So I figured out, I mean, shipping is a tough job. To get things ready to ship, to be responsible, you got to take your time and really work hard at it. And yeah, so it was a lot of work for just a little bit more than what I would get out of an LFS. So it was kind of a test there, but I had fun. I'm sitting there talking to John, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, someone walks up to me and says, "Hey, Jeffro," and it was Jeff from Valley Fish. You guys that know who Valley Fish is, he's a subscriber and a YouTuber on the platform, and it was really awesome to finally get to meet him. He pulled the trigger on some really cool guppies today that he paid a hefty price for. It was an awesome, it was actually the first one that got an applause of the day. It was a big deal. He got a couple of different trios. And then I left like 2 o'clock, 2:30, and he sent me a text on my way home that he got my Fantasy Blue Dreams. So I thought that was kind of cool. He wanted them, and he got them, and I thought that was really awesome. I couldn't think of a better person for him to go to. But my issues, other than a lot of hard work with the auction, was I pre-registered, so that means that whenever I get there, I go to a different table. I don't have to wait in line or anything like that. I go to a different table, and I tell them I pre-registered. They take my ID there, and then they're supposed to give me a page of stickers that have my name, address, phone number, email, blah, blah, blah on it. And that mine was missing. Out of all of them, it was missing. Mine was supposed to be 135, and it went 134, 136. So it was really bizarre. It was kind of poorly organized, like they didn't know what to do. So then they said, we'll print off another set. Well, they print off another set, and all it had on it was the number. It didn't have my name on it or anything. And there wasn't no room to write my name in or anything either. So it was kind of bizarre. So then they gave me that sticker pack, because that's the ones that had the scan bar on it. And then they gave me another sticker pack that was plain blank, and I had to write out my name and my information and everything on each one of those stickers, handwrite it all out. It was kind of a pain. And then at the end, it took me like 15 minutes to get out of there because they had some computer issues, and it was one of those deals where I had to wait for the guy that was in front of me. Valley Fish said, they said your plecos were the deals of the day. They went late. Bad luck. Yeah, my plecos, like, that was another thing too. Like, they were supposed to be pulling from different tables, and I had so many stinking stickers on my bags, you could barely even see in them. You know what I mean? Like, they made me have a sticker on there that said what type of fish it was and the quantity and all that kind of jazz. And then they gave me 2 stickers to put on there. I had my channel sticker on there too, so that wasn't very good. And then they didn't pull, like, they were supposed to go around to each table, but it was kind of like John was thinking that they were waiting on shrimp and plecos and stuff like that because those go really big, and they wanted to hold people there. I don't know. I've never been to one before, but anyway, overall it was a good experience. I think next time I go, I'll go as a buyer and not a seller. That's kind of what I think. So, I rambled on for almost 10 minutes there. Yeah, I've been up since 3:30 this morning. I am not tired yet, but I'll probably sleep in tomorrow. Last Sunday, I was going to sleep in because I was up till 4 in the morning last Saturday night, and my mom woke me up. So that's how last Sunday's sleeping in went. Good Lord, there's a lot of people here. So, this is another thing I want to talk about. Dougie from Bald and Dangerous is back. He has returned from the UK to show his face on my live stream, and I welcome you back, Dougie. It's been different without you, but I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're doing good. We have added another live stream since you've been gone, though. I go live on Monday nights now, so I kept the Wednesday and Saturday, of course, but welcome back, Dougie. Nice to see you. Tampa Tom is here. What is up, Tampa Tom? Daryl Deemer's here. He said he's going to a concert. Thanks for stopping in, though, Daryl. I really appreciate that. Pam from 54 Punchy is here. What is up, Pam? Nice to see you. Mary from RNH2O is here. What is up, Mary? Nice to see ya. Jad Orsi is here. What is up, Jad? Dank's here. What is up, Dank? Mob Guppy is here. He says that the Missouri Tigers are whooping up on the Alabama Roll Tide. Yeah, the Roll Tide. The Alabama Roll Tide. Let's see here. Pete Berlinski is here. What's up, Jeffro and Fish Peeps? Been digging that fishing you've been going and doing, man. All those fish that you're catching, I've never seen. So that's really awesome. And it makes a person really sit there and think, you know, like here, you know, I grew up in southern Missouri, and it's the same way here. You know, here a lot of fish that you catch are, you know, bluegill is a big part of the pan fish that you catch, you know. And then bass, you know, and seeing all those different fish, and they're beautiful too, man. But really awesome to see you enjoying the outdoors and getting out, man. All right, Mortal Slayer 82 is here. What is up, Kevin? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Real Thing for You Fish Tanks is here. What's up, man? Uve Peterson is here. Hello, perfect timing. Doing water changes. Awesome, awesome. I think Monday night's live stream. I may do water changes Monday night, because Monday night is the night that I do water changes in this room, and I had to wait until after I was live the other night, and I was up doing water changes till like 11:30 at night. It took me 2 hours to do the water in here, so I may be doing water changes, and I may have a special guest Monday night as well. We'll find out tomorrow about that. Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. Hi all. Hi Jeff. Just popping in to say hi. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm really digging the little boy that you got, man. The other day he posted a picture on, may have even been a video on Instagram, holding his little boy, and his little boy is just staring, and it was a video I think, because he pans over. So his little boy is just staring at something, and then he pans over and it's the fish tank. And I mean, he's got a little baby boy, you know, and it was really cute. It was kind of heart melting. Pretty cool. I sometimes wish that my kids were that age still. You know, mine are 24, 21, 16, and 13 now. They grow up so fast. Friday Fish Facts is in the house. What is up, Ron? Nice to see you, buddy. Unanimous yes. Oh my god. I better vote on this and see. No, it ain't unanimous yes. Well, I can't see. I marked never. I answered never. Let's see here. Boo boo boo. Just stopping in to say hi, heading to a Luke Bryant concert. Dang. Well, have fun, Ron. Valley Fish says, guess who got the shrimp? If you guys don't know it, Jeff has a really awesome channel too. He's really heavy into awesome guppies. He's got some really amazing ones, and he's got some really nice shrimp too. The other day he posted a picture of, I believe it was a blue bolt on his Instagram, and it was like a from the behind it picture, and man, it was nice. And he lives right here in Iowa, and I kind of wondered if he would be there today. I didn't ever really technically know exactly where he was in Iowa, but he drove, I want to say he drove 4 hours to get there today. I drove just almost 2, and he drove 4. So really was awesome getting to see him. Yeah, woke up and, yeah, Dank says, I woke up and texted Dank at 3 a.m. I did. Oh, I knew he'd wake up and see that and get a kick out of it. Let's see here. Mad Cypress is in the house. What is up, man? Nice to see ya. Boom, boom, boom. Have a good night, Angelo. Terry's Tropical Tanks is here, getting up early to bag fish isn't fun. Well, I went and did mine last night. Actually, I think I pulled all my fish Thursday night to clean them out, and I had all day long yesterday, and I should have done it during the day and just spread it out throughout the day and really took my time. I was really kind of frustrated too, because my printer didn't print off the best in the world, so I had to go through and like use a pen to darken some letters and everything. It was just kind of frustrating. Last night nothing went good with it. Like, I wanted to put 10 cherry shrimp in one bag, and I got it all the way double. That scared me. I got it all the way double bagged and completely tied off and wrapped up, all the stickers on and everything. And then I go to start with another type of shrimp, and there's 3 cherry shrimp laying in the specimen container in just a little pool of water, squirming around, you know. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I counted how many was in the bag, and I went ahead and just counted it as 5. They got a couple extra. I just counted it as 5 on the bag and just called it, because I was not going to unbag that all the way. So those shrimp got to see another day. Let's see what else happened. There was one that I got completely tied off, and I noticed some water leaking on the inside bag. So I had to untie the outside bag, and I got in there, and what it was is I didn't have my knot on the first bag tight enough, and water was seeping through it. I'm like, golly. So I felt like I was kind of rushing. My boys kept on coming in here and gabbing with me. My son was getting ready to leave with some friends, and he was wanting to tell me about his day and all that kind of stuff, which, you know, it's normal stuff, but I really needed to focus, and I was just kind of frustrated. And I was trying to listen to Corey's live stream as well. But yeah, it wouldn't have been good if I had to do it this morning. I probably wouldn't have made it to the auction. All right, let's see. Richard's Tanks is here. What is up, Richard? Nice to see you. King Lee from Twin City Guppies is here. What is up, man? Terry's Tropical Tank says, what was the split at the auction? I want to say that they take 20% at the auction. 20%. Seems like they take the first dollar and then 20% is what I want to say. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if John is in the chat, if he can confirm that, but that's what I want to say. Boom, boom, boom. Turbo Fish is in the house. What is up, AJ? Nice to see ya. Real thing for you, Fish Tank says, okay, I forgot to hit the like and say hi to Jeffro. Oops a daisy. I hit the wrong button there. Alright, I got a question for y'all. So my last 2 or 3 live streams, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom and make sure Candy Overalls is here. What is up, Candy? I'll be here soon. Got to float some fish. Ooh, that's a good thing. I didn't even tell you guys what I got at the auction yet either. Let's see here. Rip off, LOL. Twin City, John Bedker, your shrimp went for like $15 to $18. Oh, cool. Cool. That means either my blacks or my reds went for 18. Because I think Jeff got my shrimp for 16. Adrian says, hey Jeff, hope the swap went well. Yeah, I like it. I just might not sell next time, or I might not. I mean, actually though, my plecos, the ones that I was there for, sold for more than what I get at the LFS a piece. There was one albino that sold for 7, and I sell them for 5 to the public. My LFS gets them for cheaper than that. So actually that one did good. I don't know what the last set of plecos did. It sounds like Jeff was saying that they went there at the end, and it was probably mercy bids. So it's kind of one of those type of things where you have to figure out what to bring. Oh boy, John will be unbagging until tomorrow. Huge pile of bags. I wish that I could have stayed longer. Yeah, Candy is talking about the poll. I wish that I could have stayed longer, but my 13-year-old son, he was home alone. My 16-year-old son, he went to a band thing today in 2 different towns, and my 13-year-old's kind of feeling under the weather and stuff, so I felt like I probably needed to get back. He didn't wake up until somewhere around noon, so I voted never too, Candy. Oh no, BB23, dang, I accidentally voted yes. So what I picked up today, You can't see it very well, but like right here, you see that black rim going across here, and then the glass down there. Let's see if you can see it better. Right there is a little 2.5 gallon tank. I picked that thing up. I'm gonna work on trying to get my killifish to breed. Jeremy had reached out to me, and his female that was the mom and dad of my killies, she passed away of old age, and that is the end of his line of the Gardner Eye killie. So he wanted to kind of keep the same line, and he said no pressure, but I really need you to get them things breeding. And I haven't worked with them very much. I've got them in a 10-gallon tank. He suggested I put them down in a smaller tank. So I picked up that little 2.5 gallon today. I'm gonna get, well, I already got a little small sponge filter. I might try to either make a little miniature box filter or order one online, because that's what I'd really like to do. Put some cycled bio rings in it, and maybe some some filter floss that's cycled, because I've got a bunch of that laying around. Been cycling a bunch of tanks lately, and then cut out a little top for it, and cut their spawning mop down to where it's a little shorter, to where it's not so bunched up, and put them in there in a little more confined area. Maybe work on lowering my pH a little bit, because I think the pH is a little high to get them to spawn. So maybe work with some Indian almond leaves to drop my pH down in the zone and get them things breeding, and get Jeremy some fry is what I need to do. And then I picked up a great big bag of water Sprite, like 3 different plants, huge giant water Sprite, and then was gonna bid on some really nice crypts. It's a type of crypt that I didn't have, and it went for 25, which it was worth it, but I didn't pull the trigger on those. And then John, sitting right next to me, he started bidding on this one great big bunch of Anubias right as I was getting ready to start bidding. So since I noticed that he was bidding, I didn't, and he got those for $8, and it is an Anubias Nana, and it's like this big. So up next to the beard, it's like this big. And then another set came up, and he started bidding on it before I could, and he got it for 11, but he gave me 2 really nice hunks about this big out of it. I mean, it was really generous of him, so I'll have to help him out with something in the future, but that was really nice of him. BB23 says, Jeffro, did you catch Corey's shout out yesterday? Yeah, Corey shouted me out yesterday, or last night on his live stream. Really nice of him. He brought up a really good point. He's been to tons of my live streams where he talks, you know, and stuff like that. And he brought up how he listens in on my live streams, but he tries not to chime in on the chat, because when he does, it's like everybody that's here starts talking to him, and then he gets sidetracked and he can't stay working on whatever he was working on and stuff. So yeah, it was a great live stream. He said that I have a easy listening voice, or some nice way of putting that way, that I had a really nice voice, and clean channel, you know, good live stream, good group or something like that. Yeah, it was really nice of him. He really cares about the smaller channels too. He cares about everyone. He's a nice guy. The nano tank, I have a nice but small Anubias Nana. I've got a nice Nana as well, that whenever I bought it, it was only silver dollar, size of a silver dollar, and now it's a good 3 inches around. It's really started taking off in the last month or so since I got this new light, which Nana is a low light, and I've got it in the shade, but that's whenever I notice the difference. Pete says, very chill voice. BB23 said he's jealous of your hair. I didn't hear that part. I was bagging fish, but I did hear him give me a shout out. But I heard the shout out, but I didn't hear him say I'm jealous of your hair. Mortal Slayer 82 says Jeffro has the face for radio. LOL. I've got an uncle that was a radio DJ for 30 plus years, and he's really got one of those DJ voices, you know. I mean, to this day, when you talk to him on the phone, it's like you called into a radio station. Candy Overall says the reason we all love you, Jeffro. Thanks a lot, Candy. I appreciate it. Mike from M Howie 9 Fish Tanks with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much for the tip jar. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you very much. If you guys don't know who Mike is, he has converted a barn into a fish palace, and he's adding new tanks all the time, and really good guy too. Been in the hobby for a long time. He's a really good guy, and I really appreciate the super chat. Thanks a lot, Mike. Tampa Tom says, Jeffro, have you been fishing or too cold already? Well, it is freezing. Like, it's been getting down into the 30s. So yesterday I went out and looked at the summer tubs, and I do have some livestock still in there, and they're all still alive, and the temps were down in the 40s. So I went straight to the LFS yesterday and got 2 more 300 watt heaters, and this morning with 30-degree temps, it was 34 last night as a low, I believe, somewhere close to that. I had 70 degrees this morning. So that really is kind of awesome. We'll see. And that's without me having covers on them or anything. But it's too cold to fish right now. I guarantee you the water temps out there are getting really low. So, but there's always ice fishing, which I've lived here for 18 years and never ice fished. River Life is in the house. What is up, man? Nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. M Howie 9 says, thanks, Jeffro. No problem. Vinoxky Tanks is in the house. What is up, Vinoxky? The JQ channel is here. What is up, JQ? Oddball Aquatics is here. Hey, everybody. Phone about to die, and in-laws are here. Gotta bounce. Have a great stream. Later, Fish Fam. Smash the like button. Thanks a lot, Oddball. I really appreciate you stopping in. Let's see here. Pam says, psh, we're going to have high of 18 and a low of 2 tomorrow. -2. Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad it's not there yet. I'm glad it's not there yet because I'm not acclimated yet. Actually, I've got the furnace on. I set the furnace on 70 last winter and kept it that way because I've got so many tanks in the house that don't have heaters. So, yeah. And that's another thing on these killifish. A couple of things that I'm going to try. I think, and you guys that have kept killies, so AJ I think is in the chat still. If AJ's still in the chat, I know you've kept killies before. I don't know if you've got them to breed yet before. But my pH is like over 7 in their tank. And I think, if I remember right, they need a 6.4 to a max of 7. So I'm wondering about maybe putting a little bit of flue ball stratum in there and some almond leaves to maybe buffer the water down a little bit. What do you recommend, AJ, if you're still here? I seen a Jeffro. Okay, Jeffro, did you see my wild caught pleco? It is on Instagram. I did not. You got a wild caught pleco? That is awesome. Chad Krotz is in the house. What is up, Chad? Nice to see ya. River Life says, Jeffro, finally caught you live. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, man. Now that I'm going 3 nights a week, everybody ought to be able to catch one at least. But yeah, don't ask me why, but I'm going 3 days a week. I guess the biggest reason is there's kind of a need. You know, my subs were asking me to go. You know, it's one of those type of deals where everybody can't always make it. But gosh, Wednesday night, if I wouldn't have been having problems, with my buffering and everything, I had 52 people, and I was froze for so long I ended up having to shut it down. But I had 52 people watching, and that was the most I'd ever had. And that's something that I want to ask you guys. Are we buffering at all tonight? Because I did something to try to fix the buffering, and I think that it did fix it, because my live stream health has been perfect all night long. So if somebody could comment in the chat how my audio and video is, that would be awesome. Turbofish said I would remove the eggs, add methylene blue, airstone, oh my gosh, there it went. Water changes daily, and once they hatch, offer vinegar eels. Thank you very much. Terry's Tropical Tank says, speaking of fishing, I bought a 98 Stratus 273 with an 01 Merc 150 horse this last weekend. That is awesome, man. I can remember whenever I got my divorce, I had a Mercury, old 70s model. I want to say it was an 18 horse, and I had a 14-foot V-bottom, and that motor was way too much for that boat. So then I bought some of these little, gosh, what were they? They were basically to help you plane out quicker, and they were these little fins that you mount on the bottom fin of your, oh man, I don't know the terminology of the boats, but at the bottom of the motor you mount it, and they're basically like a push to help you, you know, plane out sooner. And that helped a lot, because otherwise I couldn't get into it, because every time I did, you know, the boat would rise up and it would be like you were skipping. But sounds like you got a good deal there, dude. Punchy says, I have so many tanks with heaters in my house that I haven't turned on the furnace yet. That's awesome. Tampa Tom spent all day cutting grass. Oh my gosh. Florida life. Dozer, where'd you go? There you are. What are you doing? What are you doing, Dozy? Dozer. Why are you hiding? I can see you. Everybody else wants to see you. Boom, boom. Heat is going on tonight. The barn has been on for a while. Yep. Let's see here. Turbo says, I breed killies on 7.4 pH, 220 GH. I did nothing. Nice. Nice. What you doing, Dozer? Wow. Jeremy H says 91 here in Zephyr Hills. Sorry about that. Bama 27, Missouri 10. I knew it, Peter. When you said that they were putting a whooping on Bama, and now you say Missouri only had 10. 10 ain't putting a whooping on Bama. Bama smash them. Which it looks like that's already began. Jeffro, you should plant a banana tree next year. They won't produce fruit, but their leaves are great for shrimp when dried. Yep, definitely. Pam says I work Monday night unless I win the lottery, then all bets off. All right. Boom, boom. Joel G is in the house. What is up, Joel Gillett? Nice to see you, buddy. I didn't see anybody say, okay, Jeff, do not mess with pH. Just use a spawning mop and remove the eggs. They'll be just fine. Thanks a lot, AJ. I appreciate that, because I'm getting ready to set it up. And I want to see if there's something that I can do different than what I've already been doing. Which, so far, the male just likes to stay back at the back of the 10-gallon behind the sponge filter and never come out. And the female likes to stay up front around the spawning mop. And she's full of eggs. So I never did see in the chat if video and audio is looking okay tonight. Are we buffering? No one said anything, but just wanted to check and see. And then I'll tell you guys what I did to fix it. And maybe you guys already said something and I just missed it. Oh, okay. Punchy said, video and sound are really good tonight, Jeffro. Thank you very much. Jeremy says, good stream tonight, Jeffro. Oh, you guys are still on the road, Jeff? Nice. I'll tell you what I did. Mob Guppy says, you look great. Yeah, Jeremy, banana leaves for shrimp. I learned that on Mark's Shrimp. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, you shrimp keepers. He has fed all kinds of different stuff, and banana leaves are one of them. Somebody had reached out to me tonight. Yeah, I see that, Candy. Thank you very much. Somebody had reached out to me the other night after the stream and said that, that he never streams on Chrome to try to find a different browser. Well, instead of trying that, I have paused my video because I was thinking to myself, well, nothing's really running on the browser whenever I'm live. And then I thought, doy, I've always got my actual live stream running on here, and I don't really need to. I don't really need to have it running. So I paused it at the beginning of this stream, and right when I did, my CPUs went skyrocketing. They were up in the 60s just a minute ago. So knock on wood, I think that fixed it. If that doesn't fix it, next stream I'll go on a different browser. I don't like the other browser that much. It doesn't have as good of a memory as the Chrome browser. So we'll see how this goes, but I've had Green Health live stream the whole time on the YouTube end, and my CPUs have been skyrocketing. So I think that was it. I think I was playing my live stream, which Chrome uses so many CPUs to make that happen. So all right, we are at the bottom of the chat. We got 34 people watching. What else is there to talk about? So I already talked about I got some shrimp this week. What else? Videos that I've got coming up. There's tons of them. There's too many to count. This video that I made for this, I think did turn out pretty good. This little 20-gallon Shelly tank. I haven't bought the fish for that yet. That was one thing that I was wanting to look for today whenever I was at the auction, but I didn't find anything that I liked over there, so I'll still be on the lookout. Let's see here. Susie Q from Q Aquatics is here, lurking in the background. Nice to see you, Susie. Suze? Yep, Terry's Tropical Tank says dog sleeping in the background. Yep. I've been trying to bring Dozer in here for every live stream because he likes to be in here. But he really wants to be up here on top of me. But there's not enough room anymore in here for me to be able to move my chair and stuff. So I make him stay back there. But that's basically what Dozer does all the time, is sleep. Priscilla MK Art is in the house. She says, Jeffro, hearts, and everyone. What is up, Priscilla? Nice to see ya. Welcome to the live stream. Make sure and vote on our poll tonight, Priscilla. It's a doozy. You'll get a kick out of it. Keith Bordley is in the house, and he says, hello, everyone. Managed to pick up a 40 long. That is awesome, man. Did you get it at the $1 per gallon sale? Or did you pick it up? Because I've never even seen one in a store ever. The first time I'd ever seen one was when I went to Sergeant Tanks. And, yeah. I would like to get one. I had really never seen one in person, and I like that they're the same length as the 55 gallon but just shorter, which I like the shorter because then it's not as hard to reach down in them and stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Charlie is in the house. Hey everyone, just saying hi. I can't stay. I'm at a wedding. Wow. Boy, you in weddings here lately. Have fun, and thanks for stopping in though, buddy. JQ Channel said he got his 125 gallon stand today. Congrats, buddy. I voted never too, Priscilla. I don't know what Dank voted. Dank's lurking or something probably. Adrian Castillo says, what's your favorite fish you have right now, Jeff? Well, well, my most exciting project that I'm working on right now with one of my fish that I've got, I really can't talk about it too much. I'll talk a little bit about it, and it's an inler, and I had some inlers throw out a different color, and they did it numerous times to the point where I started pulling all of those out. And I've got a female and a male in a 10-gallon tank, and the female is pregnant now, and I'm hoping that she throws out all just that color, because when I put her in there she was a fry and she hadn't been hit yet, so I know it was this male that hit her. So she's pregnant with his babies, so I'm waiting on her to drop those fry, because if I can get this line going, I'll make a video about it, and it's pretty cool. And I've asked around to some different people that have this same type of line, and I've only found one person that the same thing that's happening to me is happening to them with theirs. So it's kind of a secret right now. I really dig my swordtails. I've got a really huge female that's probably 4 inches long and like probably 2 inches around circumference. She is just huge. So I really like the swordtails, and I never talk about them on my channel. It's kind of a sore spot. I could make one of those videos that it's the worst day in my fish keeping hobby, and it would touch on those swordtails a little bit for the people that haven't been subscribed to me for that long. And then I could talk a little bit more about them. And the colony's grown compared. I mean, I started out with 3 after my catastrophe, and they were 3 fry, and now they are what they are. So I really probably need to. I started a folder that's called My Worst Day in Fish Keeping, and there's a couple of clips in there. So I've started the thought process of making that video anyhow, but that female is really cool. She's huge, and she's real red, real deep red. If I could get some male fry out of her, because there was 3 male swordtails, but they were like blood red albinos, I think. 3 blood red albinos, I believe is what they were, swordtails, males, went for $120 today. And then earlier, from the same seller, 3 blood red albino males went for $75. So the swordtails do pretty good. They did today anyhow. Terry's tropical tanks. Jeffroz, don't give up on auctions. Everyone is different. I have sold at auctions for 20 years overall. You get more than wholesale. Sometimes you'll not do well, the next awesome. And that's what I'm kind of thinking. Today how I did was everything was pretty much just a little bit better than whenever I sell them to the LFS. The one pleco that I was there for that sold while I was there It was just an albino ancistrus short fin, nothing special. And you know, to my people out in the public, I sell those for $5, and it sold for $7. So you can't complain about that. But you know, the auction gets 20%, different things like that. You know what I mean? But it was a fun experience, you know. And I'm pretty positive that I picked up like 5 subscribers today there too, because I put my channel stickers on my bags, and I started getting emails while I was there, and I noticed tonight whenever I got home I had 5 new subscribers. So that's another positive on it too, you know. Select Pet is working again tonight. Priscilla MK Art says the lighter rainbow tiger Endler fry turns into more rainbow-ish stuffs. Yep, I've seen that. Priscilla says the blue stars throwing every once in a while a different style. Did you notice that too? I haven't got that far into it yet. The one thing that I did notice though is both of my males barely look like Endlers. Now their bodies look like Endlers, but their tails look more like a fancy guppy. There are some Blue Star Endlers online that have the tail like the Endlers that I'm used to, and these are more of like a fancy guppy, so I don't know. Kind of wondering about it. The JQ channel says, hey Jeffro, how do you start a live stream? I'd love to do some when I'm at my friend's with his aquariums. On your channel in the creator studio there's a live stream tab, and you click on that, and then you go over there to schedule stream. I use OBS as the software to run it, but directly from YouTube you can use Google Hangouts as well. There's lots of tutorial videos on YouTube on how to live stream on YouTube though, that will walk you through it step by step. Jeff from Valley Fish says the 2 bag of red swords went for, oh, it was 2 red swords. Oh, so after I left then there was a bag of 2 red swords that went for $175. That's amazing. That is just amazing. But they were beautiful. He had some blue in the water. I don't know if that was methylene blue or what, but he had some blue in the water in some of the bags, which really made him look red. I mean, we sat almost on the back row, the second from the back row. That's kind of my style. I'm the one that chose the seats, and I always sat in the back to where I can view everyone, you know. And they looked really, really red from way back there in the back. I was like, wow. Whenever they started going for that price, I'm like, yeah, but look at them, you know. Oh, so we are at the bottom of the chat. What else? So I already talked about those summer tubs, how that's going, which it's crazy that last night got down in the 30s and I had 70-degree temps this morning. I was pretty stoked about that. So, and that's without even having a cover or anything on the tubs. So I was pretty pleased with that. So I'm thinking, you know, so far, I'm thinking that with the 2 heaters, I can go through October, no problem. John says, somehow I missed a bag of 6 Lamprologus compressips fire fins until near the end of the auction. Got them for $30. Wow. Well, Jeff had mentioned a little bit ago that he was going to be unbagging fish all night long because you got a big haul. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. So how good did your killies go for, John? Because I didn't ever get to catch up with you on that. Joel says, I see you have Tetra Tropical Granules. Has Lucas got anything to do with that? Actually, I'm pretty sure I wasn't feeding it, and I seen a video one time, a long time ago, where he was like, I feed it to all my fish, and you know, I keep a lot of live bearers like he does too, and he made the good point of where you can crunch it up in your fingers. I mean, I've been feeding it for a long time, but I'm pretty sure that he was the one that turned me onto it. So John said that his killie went for 22 bucks. Cool, 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 cool. That's a little bit more than what you thought, you know, so that's cool. I think whenever I bought my pair off of Sergeant Tanks, and I didn't have to pay shipping because I was at his home when I purchased them. It was kind of cool in his Livestream hut back behind his computer and everything. Me and him were making the deal on, it was the last pair that he had left of his Gardner Eye killifish, and I went on my cell phone onto his website and purchased them from my cell phone with PayPal right then and there, and I thought it was cool anyhow. I was actually at Sergeant Tank whenever I ordered it. Mile High Pleco says, hi, I'm at the store, gotta buy a dehumidifier. Have a good night, everyone. Glad to see everyone came out, Jeff. Or everything came out okay. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Joel says, yes, adjustable granules, he reckons. Yeah, Candy, it was a lot of fun. Like John Bedker, he is a lot more active. Today I was really chill because I did go around and look at a lot of stuff. Now, in my defense, I don't really have anxiety or anything like that, but this was a pretty small building, and every time that I would go up to look, I'm the type of guy that I don't like to go to the grocery store on the first of the month when everybody is there, you know. I like to go whenever the store is chill, because nothing worse than waiting 5 minutes for someone to just step out of the way to where you can get bread. I was grown up around grocery stores, and like I always worked in grocery stores, so grocery store etiquette, you know, whenever you're going to get something, don't make it to where no one else, like people use their body and their cart and take up like a whole section of an aisle, you know. And that's kind of how it was at the fish swap or the auction today. I wanted to look at the cichlid table a little stronger, you know, but it is what it is. John, he's really active though. Like, he'll go up and look at the tables and see what's coming up to where he can really start paying attention and stuff. And yeah, the plants, there was one 8-foot long table that was full of plants, and there was like 4 different things that I wanted. There was this really big giant root ball of some type of real nice green crypt. I wanted that one, and I should have bid because it went to 25, but it was worth it. It was a nice, healthy, old, mature crypt. Then the 2 Anubias plants that John got that were just gigantic, Anubias Nana, those were awesome. And then I got a really nice bag of water Sprite too. But yeah, anytime that you can go somewhere and shop and there's an 8-foot long table full of plants, that was like, oh. And you know, there was a bunch of hardscape stuff there too. Like there was these one rocks, I was getting ready to throw up my card because I'm like, they're going for $3. And I like had like signals going off in my brain. That would be perfect for my crystal shrimp tank. And I, right as I was starting to throw up my card, he said, sold! You know, I'm like, dang it! Because he was like 353, 353, 353, and I went like this, and he was like, sold. So yeah, it was exciting. John says they sold 550 items for $9,200. That's great. That is really great. So that averages out quite a bit then, you know? Wow. Candy says, I have put a lot of thought into if I want one. It's going to take me to do it. I'm afraid. LOL. Oh, you were talking about something that Terry had said. No fish clubs near you. No, Terry, I think I'll be the one to start one. Yeah, I know, and I'm the same way. But I think there is one in Des Moines, because when Adrian introduced me to Tom over at Firehouse Aquatics. He said that there is another, you know, fish club that isn't just to do with saltwater, because the only one that I had seen or heard of around me was saltwater. So I'll be going back out there next month because he said that he was going to finish his reptile part of his fish store this month. So I'll be going back out there next month. Yeah, I'd like to get into a club. Red Dirt Cichlids is in the house. What is up, man? Select Pet says, if I had time, I would start one here, but I work too much. The more clubs, the better, I say. Yeah. Whoa, the chat went crazy. It disappeared even for a second. Carbon Really is in the house. What is up, Carbon Really? Nice to see ya. Yeah, the 21st. So that's a week from tomorrow, right? Because the 20th will be a week from today. So, I just can't do another swap. And the swap would be big, but I just can't do another one yet. I am like completely drained from this one. Oh, so I didn't really talk about it this whole time, but I'm probably only going to go an hour today or tonight because I did get up at 3:30 this morning and I am completely beat. So we'll go for another 3 minutes here, but this one I'm going to have to cut off at the hour mark. Jimmy is here. What is up, Jimmy? Nice to see you, buddy. Red Dirt Cichlid says, built a 10-foot Jeffroz Center block stand, 3 levels for all the wife snakes to put to too much work to paint it. Yeah, I've got like 4 of them in the house and none of them are painted except for this one. And the only reason why I did that one is because it's in full view. But then I got to thinking, well, I've got one over here and it's not in full view, but I can't take the credit for those stands because Corey from Aquarium Co-op is the one that showed me those. He's got tons of videos out on them, and like this one right here, the idea of hanging the 2x8s over the edge to make a wider tank fit on there, that's Corey's idea as well. Because in the dining room, I had watched his first video when I had that idea of doing that block stand out there, and I used 2x4s. And then like a couple of days later, I seen the rebuttal that he had made like 6 months later, where he was using 2x8s, and he just lets them hang over the edge of the block about 2 to 4 inches, somewhere around in there. And you can put 40-gallon breeders on there and everything. And I was like, oh man. So yeah, I can't take the credit for that at all. Painting it does make it look nicer though. I mean, it doesn't look so much like concrete blocks. Who let Schwisky in here? Oh, that's funny. 54 Punchy says 11 tanks done and 11 to go. You're doing water changes tonight, huh? Dang. I've got to do my 12 rack tomorrow. I got a rack of 12 10 gallons that I got to do tomorrow, so I'm not doing nothing tonight. Just like Dozer back there. Dozer, are you doing anything after the live stream? He's stretching. Dozer, you doing anything after the live stream? Huh, buddy? What are you doing? Alright guys, we're at the 1 hour mark. Wait a second. John Bedker says, bought 4 2.5-inch long super red plecos, 6 comp fire fins, 3 male 4-inch Euchinus rainbows, I saw those, and 6 5-inch Mucinata festivums. Yeah, I saw those too. Oh look, Dozer is passed out. Oh, Dozer snuck out of here. Alright guys, we're at the hour. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits for tonight. Don't forget, Monday night's new lineup at 8 o'clock. I'm either going to be doing water changes during the live stream, which Monday night is my night that I do the water changes in here, and instead of doing them after the live stream, I'll probably do them during the live stream. Or if that doesn't happen, I may have a special guest on Monday night. Other than that, everybody have a great rest of the weekend. Sorry I was so sleepy tonight. And we'll see you again Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace out, everyone. Peace. What? Whoops.